What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Tottenham 1, Fulham 1 in another disappointing collapse by Tottenham Hotspur. Another 1-1 draw. More drop points in the race for the top four this year. And you got to say, Fulham were deserving of their point. You got to say that. And first 15 minutes, you got to say Fulham were the better side. Then Tottenham grew into the game. The fullbacks really getting involved. Reguilon, Aurier, Ndombele, all having really good games. Even Winksy, Højbjerg putting in really good performances in that first half. And there was only one team that were going to win it after that first half. But it's that same old story. Don't take your chances. Don't kill off the game. And that is exactly what happened. Second half, Tottenham didn't come out to play. Fulham were the only team that really took the initiative in the second half. We pretty much stopped playing. We gave Fulham the initiative and we got what we deserved. We completely got what we deserved today.
Rinse and repeat the whole bloody season for Tottenham. Again and again and again. The same thing happening. Taking the lead and giving up the initiative after when we shouldn't. We just shouldn't. We should be forcing the issue, having more possession like we were in the first half. First half, we dominated possession, dominated the passes, creating chances, getting the fullbacks high up, getting Ndombele involved, and we just didn't do that in the second half whatsoever. We invited pressure, too much pressure from them again and again and again, and the same thing keeps happening. It's always going to happen. The game's going to finish 1-1. The comment section in our video, you could tell you. The whole second half is going to finish 1-1. It's going to finish 1-1. It's going to finish 1-1.
You could see
it obviously was
unfolding in front of your eyes. It's the same old crap every single time. We go 1-0 up, half time. We don't get the second goal. We don't get the third goal. We cannot. And then we just completely sit back, give the other team the initiative, and there you go. But usually, after it goes 1-1 late on, we start playing our football and we look like the most likely team to score. But Ndombele tired out. He went off. Vinicius came on. Yeah, all great, but we have no one to create for him. We had Højbjerg and Sissoko in that double pivot trying to create, just lumping balls forward. There was no options in there. If anyone was going to go on and win that game, there was only one team, and that was Fulham.
I don't know why he doesn't bring on Dele or Bale for the last 10, 15 minutes when we're asking Højbjerg and Sissoko in that central midfield to kind of supply our strike force, and it just wasn't working. The fullbacks... Look, they had a great first half, but they weren't getting as full forward anywhere near as much in the second half.
See, is that instruction by Jose or is it them?
I don't know. I can't
but
tell you.
Jose is going to come out and say, "Oh, they didn't do my instructions."
But either way, he has to take responsibility for it. If they're listening to him, if they're not following his instructions, he needs to take responsibility. If they are following his instructions, he has to take the responsibility. And it's just a recurring thing that's going to cost us this season. It's already cost us too much. And from now to the end of the season, I don't know how we can't learn from this. How can we keep doing the same thing every single game and not learn from it? I really don't understand. That's a massive failing of the coaching staff by having such an identifiable problem, so clear for everyone to see. Everyone could see the second half where things were going, and they went exactly where people thought they were going to go. And I know at the end of the day we had a lot more chances than Fulham, and we should have blown them out of the water. That's all those things are true. If Son puts that chance away at 1-0, should have been 2-0. It's game over. But we didn't take that chance, and we had still offered way too much encouragement to Fulham. Way too much.
Look, it's more than acceptable for players to miss chances. That happens in football. This is football. We're not saying we want Tottenham, they're not going to put away every single chance. But when you go into half-time 1-0, you need to keep trying in the second half. You can't go and try and hold on for the rest of the game because the same thing happens every time. Don't try and hold on a 1-0 lead. It doesn't work.
Just keeps happening. Same thing keeps happening with Tottenham, and another missed opportunity, another frustrating night where we've chucked away more points again and again and again and again, and it's becoming like a broken record this season. Deja vu. Spurs taking the lead and giving up points. So I don't know when they're going to rectify it. I don't know what the solution is, because doesn't matter what players we play, doesn't matter what formation, this player, that player, the same thing happens. And we have to figure out a way of keeping control of matches when we're in the lead, because for some reason, whenever we have a 1-0 lead, we struggle to create chances big time. Big struggle. You must see the XG probably when we're 1-0 up compared to when it's 0-0 must be night and day. And it's honest, and it's costing us points, and Mourinho has to look about why that's happening.
Exactly. We need to rectify this problem very soon, or this season could peter out. I mean, I know the kind of league table is very close at the moment, but we were 3 points behind the top. Now we're 6 points behind the top. In a few weeks, if we don't get our act together, we could be 12 or whatever behind the top. You know what I mean? So we have to
Things
get
can change very quickly, especially with games coming thick and fast.
Exactly. So we need to get our act together. We need to start getting points on the board again. I mean, in our last 5 Premier League games, are we only on 1 game? You know what I mean? It's not good enough. It's definitely not good enough. And you're saying in games in there where...
6 games.
In the last 6 games, games in there where you expect us to win. Leicester at home. Yes, I know Leicester are a good side, but at home you expect to beat them. Palace, you expect to beat them. These are games that we usually win every season.
Not good enough. And
now against Fulham at home.
No, Fulham at home is the worst of the lot.
Yeah.
Worst of the lot.
Completely agree.
I know Fulham have come back and playing well, but
not an excuse.
Should have won.
It's not an excuse.
Especially with the chances we created, we should have won.
Yeah. And the only person in there that can create, Tongi Ndombele, and as soon as he goes off, all you do is start punting it up there to the top. I mean, it's not good enough. And you've got Dele Alli and Gareth Bale on the bench. What are they on the bench for?
Yeah, use them.
What are they on the bench for if they're not coming on at a 1-0 chasing the game? When are they going to come on then?
Don't know.
At 6-0 up when it doesn't matter?
A lot of questions for Jose to answer. Look, it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating because you can see the quality in this team. You can see we play well, we create chances. You can see it when we're on form. But just something switches when we're 1-0 up, and I don't know what it is. And it's something that needs to be sorted because this team, I don't care what anyone says, this team is as good as any right now in the league when we're in the first half. But we're just not putting games to bed.
We're just not good enough for 90 minutes.
It's killing me.
All right, well, that is it. That is our instant match reaction. Tottenham 1, Fulham 1 in yet another disappointing collapse for Tottenham. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.